It's the first rest day of the 2019 tour. We've seen 10 stages already. So I'm just going to do a very quick recap of those 10 stages, and then we're going to look forward to the next 5 stages that will come before the next rest day. The opening stage was a sprint stage. That's the stage where Groenewegen had his crash, but his teammate Tunison took the victory ahead of Sagan and Ewan. Stage 2 was the team time trial, and Jumbo-Visma made it 2 wins in a row. They took the victory ahead of Team Ineos with Quick-Step in third. And if you think about it, those 3 teams have probably been the strongest 3 teams in the race. So that was a sign of things to come. Team FDJ, they put in a solid ride for Pinot. And the losers of the day really were Movistar and Trek Segafredo. Stage 3 was a punchy day. That's the day that Alaphilippe went into yellow for the first time. He made a big attack on the final climb of the day and rode a spectacular descent down to the finish to take yellow. Stage 4 was another sprint, and this time it's Quick-Step who took 2 wins in a row. Viviani sprinted to victory, so Team Jumbo-Visma had 2 wins, and Quick-Step had 2 wins. Stage 5 was a reduced sprint. Sagan showed in Stage 1 that he came into the Tour with good form, and he took this win convincingly. Stage 6 was that first summit finish. Dylan Teuns won from the breakaway, and behind with the main GC riders, Geraint Thomas looked to be the strongest guy, with Pinot right behind him. Stage 7 was another sprint, and Dylan Groenewegen put that crash from Stage 1 behind him and came through with the victory. Giulio Ciccone took yellow on Stage 6, and he remained in yellow after this stage. Stage 8 was a lumpy one, and there was all kinds of action. Thomas de Gendt, breakaway master, he took the victory alone, and behind on that final climb, Julian Alaphilippe did another attack similar to Stage 3 to take back the yellow jersey, and this is the day when Thibaut Pinot followed Alaphilippe, and he gained 20 seconds on his rivals. Stage 9 was another hilly affair. There was another breakaway. Daryl Impey took the victory, and there wasn't really much action in the peloton behind. And finally, Stage 10 was won by Wout van Aert. He beat Viviani to the line in a reduced sprint, but that was probably overstaged by what happened behind because there were GC guys who were losing time. They lost time in the crosswind battles. Thibaut Pinot, he lost over a minute and 40 seconds, and he was the best placed GC guy ahead of the stage. So now we see that Geraint Thomas is the best placed GC guy with Egan Bernal 4 seconds back. Here's the GC. After 10 stages, we see Alaphilippe in yellow. Everybody wonders how long that's going to remain on his shoulders. And in the other jerseys, we have Sagan in the green points jersey. Tim Wellens is in the polka dot jersey for the King of the Mountains. And Egan Bernal is in the white jersey for the best young rider. Sagan looks unbeatable for green. Bernal should take white if he can ride for his own GC. And then the polka dot jersey is still sort of up for grabs because that final week has 3 really bad mountain stages in a row, and there are going to be a lot of points up for grabs still. There were 10 stages before the first rest day this year, so that means it was a longer first week, if you want to call it week, if you're splitting it up by rest days. And the second week is only 5 stages, but there are some important stages to come, and I'm going to go through one by one. Here's stage 11 is 167K, relatively flat, should be a sprint. This is good news for the GC guys because this is an easy stage after the rest day, so they can sort of ease back into the swing of things. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make my prediction now for this stage. I see this is a good stage for Dylan Groenewegen. I predict him to win this one. Stage 12 is back in the mountains. You see 2 Category 1 climbs. They're pretty long and steep. One is 13.2K at 7%, and the other one's almost 10K at 7.5%. I personally, I kind of hate stages like this because you have 2 hard climbs, but then they finish on a downhill, so it's a bit of a letdown. However, if you notice that last climb, it's one of these climbs that has bonus seconds on top, and we've seen that this has served as a springboard for attacks in past stages. So if there's not a breakaway up the road, there might be guys going for those bonus seconds. We'll just have to wait and see. Stage 13 is the time trial. This is the only individual time trial of the race. is relatively short, only 27.2 kilometers. So can these other guys, can they keep Geraint Thomas within striking distance? If so, they don't have to wait long to try to make up some time. Here's a relatively short 117.5 kilometers, but action-packed stage with two really tough climbs, and we see it finishes atop the Tourmalet. That's 19 kilometers at 7.4%. This is a really tough stage. If anyone went too deep in the time trial, they're going to pay for it here. Here's stage 15. This is the final stage before the second rest day. So this is another chance for guys to gain time if they're feeling good and if they lost some time in a time trial. We see 4 categorized climbs, 3 Cat 1s, and that penultimate climb has bonus seconds on the top. So this is a really tough stage. There are some opportunities here if guys are aggressive. So those are the next stages until the second rest day, and it's a very important GC week. They have the time trial and a few mountain stages, and there are some questions we have that are going to be answered. Geraint Thomas, he has looked strong. He's looked to be the best. Is he going to show that when we hit the mountains? And there are some other guys who lost time with this crosswind splits like Thibaut Pinot, Uran, Fuglsang. Can they do a better performance in a time trial? And can they be aggressive on those mountain stages and try to make up some more time? And as far as the yellow jersey goes, Alaphilippe is still in yellow. Everybody's wondering how long can he keep yellow? Can he put in a solid time trial? And then we hit the real mountains, and people have been wondering how's he going to fare in the real mountains. However, week 2 is a pretty hard week, but there is way more to come in the third week, so keep that in mind as well. No matter what happens in the second week, it's still never over because that third week is going to be very difficult as well. So, enjoy the rest day. I'll see you tomorrow for the sprint.